Title: Full Ride or Funeral. Chapter 1. Tryouts don't stop the streets. Baltimore City had a way of reminding you who really ran things. Not the principals, not the coaches, definitely not the guidance counselors promising scholarships like they were already signed. The streets. Taz learned that before he ever learned how to properly box out. Dunbar's gym smelled like sweat, floor cleaner and false hope. Banners hung from the rafters like ghost state champs. City champs, years blurred together. Everybody in the building had dreams. Not everybody was gonna make it out alive. Taz bounced the ball low, controlled. Head up, always head up. Coach drilled that into him like it was scripture. Across the court, Reg was laughing, loud as ever, flirting with some girl from Lake Clifton sitting in the bleachers like she came to watch him specifically. Reg had that kind of confidence, the kind that made teachers nervous and dudes with guns take notice. Pooh was already drenched in sweat, jaw locked, playing like every possession owed him money. He didn't talk much, didn't smile either. Ball went in, ball came out, repeat. Scouts liked that, streets did too. Cav leaned against the wall near the exit. Hoodie up, phone buzzing every few seconds. Cav wasn't supposed to be here technically. He'd transferred from Calvert Hall after some academic issues. But everybody knew the real reason. Private schools loved talent until trouble showed up with it. And trouble followed Cav like a shadow. Yo Taz, Reg yelled. Lake Clifton tomorrow. Heard they got a freshman nasty as hell. Taz nodded but didn't answer. He was watching Cav. The phone, the door, the clock. Basketball was the only thing in Taz's life that made sense. Everything else was noise sirens. Rumors, funerals, girls crying in stairwells. Dealers flexing money they'd never get to spend old. His mom said basketball was his way out. The street said basketball was just another hustle. Tryouts ended, coach barked names. Cuts happened quietly, dreams cracked without sound. They walked out together, Dunbar boys sticking close. Instinctively, outside the air was sharp. Winter creeping in early like it always did. Down the block, someone argued loud. A car sped off too fast. Baltimore music. Y'all writing? Pooh asked. Nah, Cav said. I gotta handle something. That was code, everybody knew it. Reg clapped Cav on the shoulder. Be easy, my boy. Cav smirked, always. Taz didn't say anything. He never did when it came to Cav's other life. Some conversations were dangerous just to have. They split ways, Taz headed home. Passing corner boys he'd known since middle school. Same faces, same blocks, just older now, harder. One of them nodded at him. Still hoopin', lil bro. Yeah, Taz said. Keep it that way. That wasn't advice, that was a warning. That night, Taz lay on his bed staring at the ceiling. Scholarship letters spread out like lottery tickets. Interest, not offers, nothing guaranteed. Dunbar could only take you so far. Lake Clifton had athletes. Calvert Hall had connections. Baltimore had a body count. His phone buzzed. Cav, need you tomorrow. Just ride, no funny shit. Taz stared at the message longer than he should have. Basketball or loyalty? Future or now? Scholarship dreams or street reality? He typed back. Taz, one time. Outside, somewhere in the city, a gunshot popped. Somebody else's story ending early. Taz didn't sleep much that night. Chapter 2. Everybody plays harder when outsiders are watching. Lake Clifton's gym felt different the second you walked in. Bigger, louder, meaner. The walls were covered in trophies and cracked paint, like the building itself had survived battles. The bleachers were already packed an hour before tip-off, kids standing. Girls loud, OGs posted along the walls with folded arms and judging eyes. This wasn't just a game. This was territory. Taz stretched at half court, eyes drifting to the far baseline where the scouts sat together. Clipboards out, polos tucked. Expressions blank. JUCO, low major D1. Maybe a sneaky prep coach. Not the names you dream about, but the ones that change your life anyway. Lake Clifton's squad came out first. Long, fast, confident. They warmed up like they owned the place. Their point guard freshman, everybody was whispering about hit 3 straight deep threes without touching rim. Crowd went crazy. Reg smirked, he light. Pooh didn't react, just taped his wrists tighter. Taz felt his heartbeat in his throat. Then Dunbar came out. Boos rained down immediately. Not hate, expectation. Lake Clifton fans didn't boo weak teams. They booed threats. The refs checked the book. Coach pulled Taz in close. Play clean, he said. They already think they better than you. That was the wrong thing to say. First quarter. Lake Clifton pressed from jump. Hands everywhere, bodies bumping. The whistle swallowed whole. Taz brought the ball up slow, reading the floor. Cav wasn't starting, coach didn't trust him yet, but he was on the bench, hoodie off. eyes locked in. Taz split the press, kicked to Reg bang. Crowd quieted. Next possession, Pooh snagged an offensive rebound over two bodies. Put it back hard, and one he didn't yell. Didn't flex, just stared at the floor like it owed him something. Scouts leaned forward. Second quarter, Lake Clifton adjusted, traps physical play. They went right at Reg, testing his patience. Reg responded with a flashy dunk, then a dumb turnover. Then a heat check three he had no business taking. Coach slammed the clipboard. Scouts wrote something down. Not good or bad, just permanent. Taz noticed it all. That was his curse. He saw too much. Mid-quarter, Cav checked in. The gym shifted. Cav's handle was different, loose but controlled. He toyed with defenders, made passes that shouldn't exist. Alley-oop to Reg, no-look bounce to Pooh. Pull-up jumper from the elbow like he'd done it 1,000 times. Scouts whispered. One of them nodded slowly. That kind of nod could change a life. Halftime, score tied. In the locker room, it was loud. Talk over talk, adrenaline everywhere. Coach singled out Taz. They watching you. Run the team, not the highlights. Then he looked at Cav. Longer, harder. Whatever you got going on outside, leave it there. Cav didn't answer. Taz caught his eye. Something unreadable passed between them. Third quarter, Lake Clifton came out desperate. Hard fouls, trash talk, elbows disguised as screens. The crowd got ugly, girls screaming. Someone yelling Dunbar players' names like threats. Pooh took a shot to the ribs and didn't flinch. Taz hit back-to-back floaters in the lane. Calm, surgical, scouts loved that. Then it happened. Cav crossed their freshman so bad the kid slipped. Crowd exploded. Cav hesitated. Thought about pulling it back, then drove. Drew help, kicked to the corner. Swish. The Lake Clifton bench stood up screaming. The Dunbar side roared. Scouts stood up too. Fourth quarter. Game tight, one possession. Reg wanted the ball. Pooh wanted the board. Cav wanted control. Coach looked at Taz. Your call. Taz inhaled. This was it. Not just the game, the future. He clapped his hands. Spread, Kev, bring it up. Pooh screen, Reg be ready. The play broke down immediately. Cav improvised. He always did. What happened next would decide who got offers, and who got watched for the wrong reasons.